What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel. Check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on this Rookie of the Year race. And I think primarily, I think this race is going to come down to Sonia Citron and Paige Beckers, right? And and that's just because like these are the two these are the two young ladies who I've had an opportunity to watch the most. Sonia Citron plays for the Washington Mystics, and I have been following Paige Beckers with the Dallas Wings, since day one, since the beginning of her WNBA career. I also watched her in college, and I like her game, right? But lately, I've been really following Sonia Citron too for the Mystics, and before I get into their stats, I just really like Sonia Citron. I really like her game, right? She's versatile. She can shoot from the outside. Um, she can do just about everything that Paige Beckers can do. Really can do everything that Paige Beckers can do. And this race is going, in my opinion, is going to come down to come down to the wire, right? You got two really good basketball players. And I'm still leaning towards Paige Beckers just because I like her game. I like the fact that she like one on one, her game reminds me of like Carmelo Anthony's game, right? She can put the ball on the ground, on the floor, and go around people. But if she catch the ball in a certain area on the court, like within that 15 to 18-foot range, she just deadly from that area. Her game to me, it just seems like it's almost effortless. Going to the basket, also, she is just a lot stronger. She looked like she's frail, but she's able to like use her body and shield and protect the ball, and still, I've seen a few times still hit that basket after the contact. So that's another thing I like about her. Now, as far as her passing, she's a really good passer too because she sees the floor very well. And like I said, when she scores from either the left wing a lot or the right wing a lot, so she can hit the person. If somebody's in a corner for an open jumper, she can hit either side of that floor. If you try to come and double team her, she can pass out of that and cut. So I really dig Paige Beckers just because her game is so versatile. Now on her defensively, Paige Beckers is very solid defensively. I think if she get caught on a bigger player, she's not as effective. And if she get caught on like a small guard who's really fast, because of her knees and stuff like that, she had knee issues and stuff in the past. She don't move as well, so that is a weakness also. But other than that, man, on defense, she's a very because she played at UConn, I think she's a very intelligent ball player. And she anticipates very well. So you got to be careful with her, like with how you handle the ball and how you pass the ball, because she anticipates so well. She can get some steals, right? Now, the last few games I've been watching Sonia Citron. I saw her play against the Fever. She looked really good against the Fever. I also seen Sonia Citron play against the Sparks, right? Um, and Kelsey Plum. I like Kelsey Plum. And she looked good in that game too. She don't force shots too often, from what I can see. She because she's comfortable, she allows the game to come to her, right? And not only does she allow the game to come to her, but when a team need baskets, I've seen her also, like she can go and get a basket for the team. So that's a good sign, especially from a rookie. Sonia Citron coming out of, where she come from? She came from Notre Dame, and I didn't watch her too much. I knew a little bit about her at Notre Dame, but I didn't follow them too much. But she is Sonia Citron, man, is really a force to be reckoned with. But still, I'm more of a Paige Beckers fan, right? Now let me go to their stats. Sonia Citron is averaging 14.7 points a game, where Paige Beckers is averaging 18.6 points a game. Let me see. Then you have assists. Sonia Citron is averaging 2.3 assists per game. Then you got Paige Beckers, who is averaging 5 assists per game, which is really, to me, I think that's really good. Let me see. Blocks, both of them, they don't really block shots. Steals, you got Sonia Citron averaging 1.3 steals a game. Then you got Paige Beckers, who is averaging 1.8 steals per game, right? And like I said, Paige Beckers, in my opinion, I think she's a little bit better defender just because she anticipates and the way she plays the game, it just looks like she watch a lot of film and she studies the game. That's so I like that about her. Now, let me see free throw percentage. You got Citron shooting 86%. Then you have Paige Beckers, who is also shooting 86%. So both of these young ladies are excellent free throw shooters. Let me see. 3-point percentage. Sonia Citron is shooting a little bit better from three. She's shooting 38% from three. Then you have Paige Beckers, who is shooting 33% from threes. Now, Paige Beckers she don't really shoot a lot of threes, right? And so that's good for both of them. Sonia Citron is shooting a little bit higher, like I said, probably like 5%, almost 5% better than Paige Beckers, but Paige don't really shoot a lot of threes, and that's another thing I like about her game. Neither Sonya shoot a little bit. She shoot more threes than Paige Beckers, but that's not too bad. And let me see. Now turnovers. Both of them are averaging 4 turnovers per game, which I think is not too bad. Both of these young ladies averaging 4 turnovers per game, which is not really good, but it's not really all that bad, especially for rookies. Rookies, they tend to be more casual with the ball because they're not used to the physicality. Number one causes turnovers, and then some passes that you can get away with at the college level, you learn that at the professional level you can't really do those type of things. So with both of these young ladies, I think averaging 4 turnovers per game is not really, to me, not too alarming. Not really all that good, but I think it'll get better for both of them as their experience grows, right? And overall, I would say that Paige Beckers, I think her overall stats, to me, head to head, seems like they're better. Some people think that Paige Beckers also, they say, well, Paige Becker gets favoritism as far as referees and calls are concerned. I don't know if I believe that. Maybe so. Maybe there's that UConn bias. Some people say that that this is a real thing. I just think that coming from UConn, I just think that they're just, and you really see this across the board with all the UConn players. Like they're just, because they're so well coached and they have such a, their program has been so strong over the years, and they're more prepared, in my opinion, for the professional ranks when they get there. I just think that they're able to make that transition better. Now, that's not to say that Notre Dame don't have a strong program and Notre Dame ball players, you know, but I just think that UConn is just, in my opinion, is just on a whole nother level. Like there's there's a few young ladies in the league who came from Notre Dame, right? Enrique Paige Becker's teammate came from Notre Dame, and she is, in my opinion, a beast, right? But still, I think that UConn program, in my opinion, is just better at preparing these young ladies for the next level than most colleges. Probably, like, let me see who would prepare you. Dawn Staley, I think the way she operates, she run her program, I think the young ladies who come from that South Carolina program, I think they're very well prepared for the next level. What about LSU with Kim Mulkey? I think they're they're very prepared. But even though, with that said, I think that UConn and South Carolina, I think, are like a level ahead, up above when it comes to preparing their team and their players for that next level. So even though I think that this race for rookie of the year is close, I still think that Paige Beckers is going to get it. The Wizards, their team is not too much. They're a little bit better. Their team is a little bit better. They have a better record than. Let me check these standings, right? Because their record is better than the Dallas Wings. I don't know how much that'll play into it as far as rookie of the year, but let me see what their WNBA. All right, WNBA standings. Let me see what they're. All right, so Washington, oh, pretty good. They're almost a 500 team. There's 16 wins and 18 losses. Where let me see how the Dallas Wings look here. The Dallas Wings are 9-26. So, but like I said, I don't know how much the record is going to play into rookie of the, that rookie of the year conversation, because that is a individual. That's an individual award, so it might not play too much into it, or it might swing things, towards the young lady Sonia Citron, because you have a rookie who was able to help lead her team to a 500, close to a 500 record. So it might be able to, if the race remains close like it is, then that might be the deciding factor when it comes to Sonia Citron, and then allow her to get that award. But I mean, if it was up to me though, personally, I would vote for Paige Beckers. And so that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.